The shooting in Parkland, Florida has sparked a debate on whether or not there should be any gun control measures put in place, and if so, which gun control measure should be put in place. Now, there was an absolutely hilarious story about a school district. I can't remember exactly where it was, but they decided that their solution to this problem, to basically prevent mass shootings from happening or lowering the severity, was to put buckets of rocks in the room. So, when in these situations, it's hard to really determine, what would actually end up stopping it, because there are a lot of stupid things that people say that they think would work, but really it's not going to work. Now we have another one of those cases, but this one is probably the most embarrassing one, okay? So they're in Mill Creek School District is arming 500 teachers with baseball bats. Now these baseball bats are going to be hidden, but guess what? They're not even the size of an actual baseball bat. I looked it up. The exact size of a baseball bat is between 27 and 34 inches, but these ones are 16. So they're, either half or a little under half of the actual size of a bat. So it's a very tiny little piece of shit bat. And it's also going to be hidden. So it's going to be hidden, right? And you have this useless bat that the teacher tries running to or going to basically fight off a gunner? How the fuck does that work? Now, this article says, in the wake of the school shooting in Parkland, Florida, the Mill Creek School District is arming its 500 teachers with baseball bats. Quote, "It is the last resort," said Mill Creek School District Superintendent William Hall, "but it is an option and something we want people to be aware of." According to Hall, the 16-inch bats were distributed to each teacher following an in-service training day on how to respond to school shootings. Quote, "We passed them out with the goal being we wanted every room to have one of these. Unfortunately, we're in a day and age where one might need to use them to protect ourselves and our kids." Hall says that bats are primarily symbolic, but they are now an option for teachers to use should they need to fight back in a school shooting. Mill Creek Education Association President John, I don't know how to say his last name, says he supports the decision to arm teachers with bats, which will be locked up in each classroom. Quote, "This is a tool to have in the event we have nothing else. Part of the formula now is to fight back. And so I think the bats that were provided for the staff were symbolic of that." So there's multiple levels to this, okay? This is not the answer, number one. Number two, this isn't going to work, okay? It's not going to work. A little shitty bat that's not even close to regulation bat, like a real bat, it's a dinky little piece of shit, hidden in a cupboard in the classroom, is not going to prevent a mass shooting, either by lowering the severity of it or lowering the frequency of mass shootings or preventing them from happening at all. It's not going to do anything. Now, the third thing is they're wasting school funds by paying for these bats. Now, I don't know how much these bats cost, but regardless, I'm sure with all of those fucking bats, they probably could have got something for the school. They're just wasting funds for some symbolic, piece of crap. A 16-inch little piece of shit bat is not going to do anything. And the fact that these people actually think that that's going to do anything is mind-numbingly insane, man. It's absolutely insane. Could you imagine, could you even comprehend any situation in which there's a gunner in a classroom and you run to the cupboard, get the hidden 16-inch little dinky-ass bat, and then run to the gunner and somehow get there before he shoots you and, knock him down with some dinky-ass little... Think of a ruler, right? A ruler's 12 inches. What they're having is 16 inches. You're looking at 4 extra inches. You're basically taking a 16-inch ruler and just hitting him with it. What the fuck is that going to do? If anything, he'll probably outfist that, dude. Like, oh, this shit is so stupid. I don't think I've ever seen the country, just kind of devolve into just such massive stupidity, ever. That may be wrong, but this is the one thing that I can think of right now. It's the worst thing I can think of.